like a series finale. So, and then you keep peaking. Like it gets crazier and crazier. What kind of talks did you guys have when you said, all right, we're gonna bring this home?
Yeah. You know, in a weird way, I think we were benefited from having a shorter season this year, where we could really map it out as one very long movie. And we had, for a long time, wanted to do, or like 2 years, wanted to do this no man's land idea, where the city was going to be cut off from the rest of the country. And that was such a defining concept that it kick-started everything at a very high level, and it created a level of urgency for all the characters and demands for all of them that led to really high drama actions throughout the rest of the season. And I think the episodes continue to build throughout. I mean, the first 3 are probably the weakest.
Because episode 3 has some stuff in it that is
bananas.
Dark.
Yeah.
Something you pull at the end of the 3rd episode, I'm like, oh my god, like, that is dire. Okay, so it's crazy. Ben, Jim. Well, first of all, at New York Comic Con, where Ben was not. Donald mentioned, he said, he referenced, that we were, our captain was not here. And so, how has that been when you sit back in a night like this, after the, you wrap, you're sitting here with your cast, when you think about everything that has gone into getting you all here, what goes through your mind?
A long hours of really incredible work. I mean, 365 people work on the show, I think, that Corey mentioned to me the other day. It's just an incredible undertaking to create this kind of show on a weekly basis. And so it's just incredibly gratifying that we've made it. We made the 100 episodes we set out to make. What show gets to do that these days? And they're really good.
There's a feeling that Jim has returned to his heroic roots.
Right.
In fact, in these first couple episodes back, it feels like this is the evolved version of the man we met in season 1.
Right.
He is back to his principles. He is back to fighting for his city.
Sure.
For you, and I'll get to all of you, but what have you learned from playing him?
I think I've learned how to try to grapple with the real world and maintain a sense of decency whenever possible. I don't do it as well as Gordon, but I also don't have to kill people. Literally, which is nice. The best heroes, to me, the best heroes fight real obstacles in the real world, and the attraction of Gotham has always been, from the first moments that I spoke with Bruno about it, that he's a grounded hero, and I didn't have to wear tights. That he fights real bad guys in a sort of larger-than-life world, but at the end of the day, he is, Atlas, the way the world on his shoulders. He has to kind of fight the fight, no matter what it is, and try to maintain some sense of sanity. He doesn't actually always achieve that this year, which is kind of fun.
Yeah. But I also like that he's like, you got a pair.
Yeah.
Like, don't pull the trigger now.
Yeah.
All right, so now let's talk about the young man sitting next to you, because David, I mean, come on. This kid baby-faced when he started. Honestly, like, and now, what has it been like for you both and Sean to really have been there at the ground with this kid and to watch where he's gone?
One of my favorite stories about David was working with him on the first, it was the first day of shooting. And we were sort of getting between takes, and I was asking him, what his favorite subject was at school, assuming the average teenage boy, I don't know what it would be, sports or something. And he said math. And he said, he's going to be just fine. Enough he is. He's an incredible man, and it's been incredible to watch him mature in all the ways you wish your own children would mature. And I'm deeply proud of him.
Sean and David, you guys were like the Instagram wars of who's going to make us cry harder. I'm like, what, are they just watching Hallmark movies between shots? You guys, clearly, you've worked probably the most together.
Yeah.
And I know that you guys have formed such a relationship. What can you tell us about where these two land by the end of the series, and what does it mean for you guys?
I think they get to the place that everyone hoped they would do. I mean, when we first started, they were sort of butting heads incessantly, and by the last episode, they get to the relationship that was always destined to happen, which is the Alfred Dark Knight Bruce Wayne. That's been the great twist on her, is just being able to guide him in books and the journey to get there, but to actually end up is the closeness, the proximity they have with each other, the ease they have with each other. We get there by the final episode, because it went a bit off the rails, went a bit sort of a bit nasty. Billionaire Bruce, Bruce the brat. After for a while, he went to dark side. I have to say, sort of Gail's sort of distaste for my listening to sort of comments and stuff like that. So really nice to laugh with hashtag. So we get there, and that's what I'm so pleased about. We've passed our flag in the sand now, and I think that people will look back at our episodes that we are. This is this sort of decade, this period in history of the Batman universe.
And David, what's it like to know, did you ever think you would get this close to the meeting points of young Bruce Wayne, the Batman?
No.
Yeah.
Not at all. I mean, most TV shows don't go past the pilot. I had no idea we'd make it 100 episodes. I'm in.
Take your time.
Now's a good time. I was just saying, I'm in constant shock at how easy and how amazing and seemingly perfect this job is every single time I come to it. I mean, it was really hard coming. Everyone asking me like, what's it like to grow up on TV? Has me thinking back to the first couple days on the show. The first couple of months were really hard for me because I had to move away from my family, 3,000 miles away from home. I left my dad, I left my sister, all my friends, my house, but I never felt alone. And that is 100% because of my second family sitting right here next to me.
Now I'm gonna bounce to Cameron, which could be a mess. Tom, you spoke at New York Comic Con about the stuff that you got to do this season was the most challenging that you've gotten, and seeing what goes on with this character in the first couple episodes, you weren't lying. Like this girl,
I don't lie.
Yeah. But we do get to a point where we get you and David playing that dynamic that we know exists in the books. How exciting was it for you guys to actually get to play? I'm thinking of a specific scene in episode 3 that when you see it, it's the street fight. The street fight. Yeah. And it feels like you're watching the pages of a comic book come to life, but it's like the first issue of the comic book where they're both trying to be superheroes together. And
it's like, yeah.
How is that you guys finally to actually do that stuff? Like instead of the teenager stuff and all this, like you're in it.
Not even teenager stuff, human stuff. Everybody wants to be cool, and I don't know. That day was really weird for me because at the time I didn't know that I had a broken foot. So I was doing that with a broken foot. That was fun. But I really loved that scene because it really showed, I feel like the comic books really only focus on their differences and their duality in the dark space. And I feel like their duality is, obviously what makes them, but when they work as a team and when they really use each other's differences to work together, it's magical. And that part where I don't know what I did, but I think Bruce said, "What do we do?" And she was in her zone because she was not sober. And you'll find out why. But she's in her zone and she's like, you find the school's biggest bully and you kick him in the face. And I looked at him, I was looking at him over my shoulder, and then we made that eye Yeah, it was really cool. Getting
I
to,
felt that too.
it doesn't. They
I know
couldn't
for
put
every
that.
take was like nerve wracking. So I was like, okay, what do I have to do now?
Yeah, it's like there are some times where some scenes that we've had where it's like we both have to like he can tell when I'm like feeling some type of way and I can tell when he's feeling some type of way and it's like, all right, let's zone in, we got this. And that moment before that scene, that was one of those moments when he was like
So you guys were the youngest on the cast. Who here on the panel was the worst influence? Oh, really?
yeah, all his stories. But it's Chris Chop. But honestly, all of I don't know. It's not that thing.
No, it's because I tell terrible stories that
No, he's-
should be private.
Honestly, because I'm always laughing when he's on set. Like he's a sarcastic person. He's the one who always lights up the room. And I'm two things about me. Once I start crying, I don't stop. And once I start laughing, I don't stop.
I'm here for both of those.
I mean, all of these people have really been the best influences for me. I mean, what I have with them is what I don't have in people who I should have it from. So it's like there's no bad influence on this panel right now at all.
All right, now this is all right, now let's talk about Mr. Chalk because we again the only like Chris Chalk, like Lucius is the sensible one in the city. Like he's the one he's like turning to his friends and like. Yet, and I love the fact that we have like our heroes in the middle. You know, we have our heroic foursome.
Well staged.
Did you know, because this is a character like he's the tech guy, he's like a suit guy, and now by the time he gets to this season, he's calling shots, he's in it, like he's getting his hands dirty. Did you know that this guy was going to end up playing so far into the story?
No, I did not know that, but I'm very excited about it because it's fun to, well, Lucius still doesn't fight. Let's, like, it'd still be like, you guys are going to go fight? All right, I'm going to make dinner. You guys get back into the
Because he's
room.
the sensible one.
Because he's still the most logical man in the room. And I do like the fact that you'll see more of Lucius, you'll see more of his personality this season, and they've done such a great job of, borrowing a little Chris Chalk here, but not a lot, because he's nothing like Lucius. Yeah, that's it. That's all I'm going to say.
And now, all right, so Ben, you directed and wrote
Yeah.
for the show, which is so cool. So cool. And Aaron, you directed this season too, correct? And hello, why would you pick the craziest season to take on?
Well, I was fortunate enough to direct the final episode, episode 100, the final one we ever shot. It won't air as the final, but it was a real privilege. So we wrapped last night, as we mentioned. And, yeah, and it was a real honour, a beautiful privilege, and be able to direct Ben's episode as well that he wrote. So it's a really beautiful family moment.
See, I was always rooting for those two. I know. I kind of heard something.
All right, settle down.
Right, but Barbara, again, this is one of those characters that first season, how far she has come. Like she was kind of like slightly druggy, socialite, with one little girl on the side. But like at one point, they weren't sure if she worked at a gallery or was a doctor. And, honestly, it was like, what is Barbara doing? They're like, she looks good in the apartment. And she had more lines than a Catwoman. Like every season, you and Marina both, every time the season starts, there's a new character you guys have the same name. This one, and I love the fact that also every time Penguin kills someone, like it's just like this succession of people who want to kill Penguin for killing him. Like, okay, get in line, you kill your friend, and then you can kill. So this woman, and I still see a spark with her and Jim. I feel like now that somebody has been taken off the table, she got stabbed in the face, she might be looking for some kind of alliance, and we know that Jim has a habit of making terrible alliances.
Sure, that's right.
It's an alliance with like a cop from another city, so it's like a super criminal. Where can we expect or maybe hope these two will go?
Well, I think we could say that she is pretty lonely and maybe making bad choices after Tabitha's departure. So that leads to perhaps a moment later on.
More bad choices.
Yeah. And which barber has been the most challenging for you?
Oh, they challenging always makes it sounds bad. Like I feel like all of the iterations of Barbara have been different points in my life that I'm developing as a person as well as she's developing as a character. So they've all had their own wonderful points and challenging points, I guess. It's hard to say. It's like asking, like what was challenging for you 3 years ago? It's like she grows the same as I grow. So.
Nice. Did you have a favorite look? Because I mean, costumes, regardless of how run down the city is, everyone's city, and they show us in like couture, and you're like, okay. Like meet me in the alley, it's dark and dingy, and I'll also be wearing a white pantsuit.
The look that you saw in this episode was my favorite, with the blue coats, and then I have this kind of militaristic little belt thing that's going on that's like a holster. Oh. So we were going for cowboy.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a utility belt, with little frills on it.
All right, now, Marina, this is like, we have our villains, we have our heroes, and then we have Lee. I cannot get a read on this woman. Is she bad? Is she good? Is she crazy? Is it decided by some of the drugs from season 4?
The answer is yes.
Yes. We were talking earlier. Every season starts with like this Lee blackout where she's nowhere to be found, but we know she's either doing something horrible or something horrible is being done to her. What is your take on this woman?
You don't want to know. No, I think honestly, she's part sort of moral compass, part just like wants to freak out. Mm-hmm. I think we're all still finding her together in a weird way. I think, the great thing about the show, getting to play a character for 5 years, you can go to all these different places and then go back to where you think the best part is. And I think that in season 5, we've writers. I say we because if I have any time, but
you live with one of the writers.
I guess so. Served me well.
You have a lot more opinions,
on your scripts? Yeah. Well, she's always been a realist.
Well,
Sometimes
I think what I
very
was
harsh.
going to say was that, like, when we get back in season 5, we get back to, I think, like, we took best of, greatest hits, and put them into one person that I think is a more realistic, more well-rounded character.
Well, what's nice, I mean, if I can comment on
Please.
about she's not just, sort of the person, Jim's soulmate, but she's also this incredibly strong, powerful woman who isn't a villain. Right. The circumstances perhaps made her into a villain a few times, moments, so she has vacillated wildly, but she is ultimately an incredibly strong and powerful presence in her own right. And I think to have that on the show, to not just have sort of, because often you get into this dichotomy where it's sort of like you're either a villain or you're a hero, right? Even if we want to sympathize with our villains, they do sort of fall into sort of black and white categories, and it's nice that we can straddle that.
other villains. So I did this at New York Comic Con, and I mean this. I'm so excited for you guys because there are generations that are going to be watching this show or have watched this show, and you are their icon. Like, you are their Penguin, you are their Riddler. I'm so excited to like introduce the show to people. Be like, you gotta see it because like it will change the way you see Gotham, like the city that we all know about. But these two, like fresh out of the gate, like right out of the gate, you're like, okay, I see where this show is going. And then we got the slow burn, where you're like, he's in the background looking cute but nerdy, and you're like, he's gotta become cute. And he was like, and you were kind of like the pace horse. Like you got out the front of it, and so for you guys. These are two characters in particular that you had to win people over. You know, what was that like, and how has it been since that? Because, you know, it's like, all right, show us your Penguin. Like, oh, what kind of Riddler is he going to be? Is he going to be like a violent one, or is he just going to have like the tights? Yeah. So how was it when you started to realize that you had actually like gotten fanfic? You're like knowing that you were walking into these characters that, you know.
Yeah,
and not just like the iconic like the Jim Carreys and all that stuff, and the Frank Gorshins, but like people wanting a specific version.
Yeah, I feel like it helped that I got to kind of watch the show for a while and see the show before Riddler kind of blossomed, and I feel like, you know, it's like a pinball machine, and it just took a long time to like pull the thing back. And so when it finally happened, I think there was a sort of like I was ready for it, and I think like the show was ready for it. I think what was so incredible about what Robin did from the very beginning was create this character that you just was so deliciously terrible. Like deliciously so. And so like you couldn't help but be obsessed with his character. And then mine was sort of like you know, it was like kind of tragic because he kind of could have been a good person.
Well, that's the thing. I was thinking like we got to know your character sympathetically first and then saw him turn. We met you already evil and then learned how sympathetic he was. And when you started to see those colors coming into the character, like bringing in Carol Kane and all the mother stuff, did that help you kind of realize that this guy was not just like a very thirsty underling?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. That helped in so many ways because again, like none of us want to play just someone who is completely bad or completely good. I mean, the whole show, Gotham is about the in-betweens. It's about the grays. It's about like everything. People being good and doing terrible, making terrible choices, and people being terrible and making good choices. You know, and it's interesting. And I feel like all of us, like, I don't know. And to circle back to what your question for Corey, I just like when I started the job, I'd never been more terrified in my entire life. But I took Ben's lead, and it gave me strength. And I just wanted to meet everybody's level on this panel. And,
yeah, because you guys started out like it was you two, you know?
That's right.
And what was it like when you first saw what he was doing on set?
Well, there was a rehearsal that I attended with Robin and Jada, like Fish, and you know everyone who knows who Jada is, and I kind of know who I am, and I didn't know who Robin was. You know, I didn't know who he was, and so he showed up, and he was magnificent, and it was a scene.
I cried like literally so much. We just move on.
It was a scene where the scene was really supposed to be about Jim and Fish having a disagreement, and Robin was sort of in the background, kind of as her underling, kind of dealing with her villainy, her sort of like disregard for him. And instead, the scene had this another element, which was that this who's this guy? This guy is absolutely charming. I mean, he's not nice. He's not a good person in this scenario, right? Like, he still clearly also has his own issues with cruelty and sort of masochism and whatever, but you love him. It was apparent from before we began rolling. It was really incredible.
Well, that's the great thing about these villains is that you have created characters that we love you guys, no matter how horrible you are. Barbara, you just want to be her. You don't feel bad for her. You're like, God, she's amazing. And it's almost heartbreaking to think of what Selina's headed for. Because we grew up with her. We know that these two are going to have a very difficult future, and you root for her. When it goes to black at the end of the series finale, it's going to be like, I hope she pulls it out. I hope she pulled through. So it's just, I can't congratulate you guys enough. It has been a joy. And before we go to audience questions, and I love doing this to you guys, I want your favorite moment from one of your other cast members.
I think when Sean said undercrackers. Any sort of Sean, London terminology that none of us in America know what means is probably my favorite moments by far.
Yeah.
I'm going to come back.
All right, I'm back.
Watching Corey play two parts of himself in ALC.
Yeah.
It's so fun because they hate each other. When you're playing opposite yourself, they hate each other. Not one of them is be nice to me.
Yeah, I have a different relationship with mirrors now.
Yeah.
But you've always had a relationship.
Well,
For about a year, I didn't like it.
Any moment with Donald is a moment to be remembered. You never know what's going to come out of his mouth. In a good way. Even sometimes when you've written what's supposed to be. He's been a joy. I wish you were here. He's sent his regards. He wish you were here as well. But he's been the best partner I got.
Yeah.
Moments for me.
There's a scene, it was a while ago, it was, episode 109 from season 1, when Selina first comes to Wayne Manor, and we have it was the first time that Bruce, it's the first time we see Bruce not depressed and crying and drawing evil pictures of his parents getting murdered. So it's a big moment for me. But Selina and I have a fight with food in the study, and we're throwing muffins at each other. And there's this moment when Alfred walks in. It was just the expression on Sean's face. It was just, I watched it at home. I started crying. It was extraordinary. It was and he didn't say anything. He just walks in like he was gonna, and at first he tries to stop it, and you can just see all his face. He stops himself, and he lets Bruce be a kid, and it was phenomenal. It was beautiful.
Honestly, kills me, this guy.
And then you cut me.
It's the moments for me that have been so important because I've been away from my own son and spending so much time with my surrogate child. The moments of real sort of realization that he has had, and those have been some of the most sort of beautiful moments for me when I've been on set and the mantras have developed that's become part of that man raw, that kill, and those moments of realization and I really am the crush of intellect have been actually some of the most important moments for me working with this marvelous young man, developing into, for reals, a beautiful person.
Yeah, I'm not gonna I won't be crying. But my favorite thing about the show is Harvey Bullock. But my favorite thing to watch are those two dummies down there. Because getting to know them more as humans, one, you get to see how much of themselves are in the work. Also, how much of them is not in the work. Like, you have no idea how talented they're fucking badass. What I did. But I really, because I have a crush on both of them, I enjoy watching them craft these characters. Because the good guys get to, like, chill. We get to lay in the cut and be kind of normal. Whereas these two have adopted these characters so intricately and so specifically and so bad for his body that, like seriously, dude, like, this man's commitment, it's like what he does to bring this character to life is a lot. And I appreciate that. And I appreciate
I've really loved Between the Takes. I couldn't think of scenes that I've loved from every person because every single one is incredible. Just like, wow, people.
What a rave.
I
think an angel just got its way.
I like that too. No, but the in between, you know, the scenes where I'm shot and pretend dying and David's over me trying to save my life, and then they say cut, and it's like, you're hated. And the scenes where we're doing fight scenes and we're all just chilling, like, I don't know, the scenes where we're all out in the cold standing in a single file line for whatever reason.
that sucks so bad. Oh my god.
No. I hated the scene. But I loved that once we called cut, we were all like, okay. It's the, you know, people say that the struggle is what makes the triumph, and honestly, I think that the little moments of struggles and the little moments of giggles and jokes between the takes really make going to work a lot more fun. Because yeah, the scenes and the substance is great and it's challenging and it gives us a purpose, but I didn't really I didn't look forward to doing this to really like. Okay, that sounds bad.
Yeah.
But, okay, so I look forward to doing scenes, but I mainly look forward to seeing my peoples. You know. So yeah. Thank you so much.
So my favorite moment, there's been so many, but I guess fresh in my mind was yesterday's moment with there was a thing that we filmed and which was amazing, and it involves Ben and Marina. I guess very well directed. Incredibly well written. But I mean, you'll see it. It'll come up in the episodes that I directed. But it was the moment that it's kind of like our two realities came together: the reality of our show and the reality of who we really are, and what Donal says, and just everything was just, it was so magical, and it was such a beautiful, perfect ending. And I guess it's like sort of what we're all saying is that we bring so much of ourselves to these parts that see that happen. Yeah, you see like the real and the real reality and our fiction reality combined. Those are the most special moments.
Corey, have you come up with anything?
I feel more prepared now. I'm like going through my head like of all this stuff that these guys have done. It's amazing. But the thing that like when I watched the first episode, when I watched the pilot episode, and we're introduced to Don Falcone, and you have the meeting of Jim Gordon and Don Falcone, and he just like lays, you know, John Doman, this act, his voice, and he's so serious, and he just has this weight to him. And there was something about the moment where he's kind of just saying how this functions, and you have Ben, who was so young then. He was so young 5 years ago. There was just something so the show just like I was overwhelmed by the show at that moment where like that power structure was set up with John's voice and this like optimistic person, and Ben always has this like intense maturity about him. He's very like serious about his work. But then positioned next to John Doman, it was like, oh, good luck, buddy. I wish you the best. You are so. It just that moment, like the show just functioned for me. It was like the right people and the right spirit and all of the people.
Now, John, as you've wrapped up, and I have time for like 2 or 3 questions, so get ready. Are you now spoiled?
Am I spoiled?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I mean, how did that happen? Over the past like couple of weeks as we've been on set, I mean, people who work on the show keep coming up to me and saying they can't imagine how the next show that they're going to work on is going to live up to this, because I feel like the cast and the crew and our cinematographers, our art department, we've all got to do our best work in this world. And it's difficult to imagine to go into another scenario where you're not pushed every day to do that. And also to be a part of, frankly, a tradition, you know, because when we are working inside this, we're talking to an audience which is so well versed in this world and they care about it, they grew up on it. And so it becomes that dialogue, and that's just a very special thing. So yes, I'm very spoiled.
And now you guys are part of comic history.
We're comic history.
Yeah. So, all right, let's go with some questions real fast. Someone right here.
John, the producers of Smallville couldn't get permission to have even a single guest appearance by Bruce Wayne. So how did you get clearance to do an entire series?
I wasn't there at the beginning, so that was a Bruno question. But I guess they loosened the reins, or they smelled the Brinks trucks. I have no idea.
Yeah. They probably spelled it. I think it's Oh my God. Of course, yes.
Hi. Just thank you so much for making this amazing show. It's been such a huge part of my life, and I just appreciate every bit of energy you put into it. So what I was just wondering is, how do you think your character has changed the most since the beginning?
One word answer.
I feel like over 5 years, my character's had a pretty significant transformation. I have like bookmarks. I feel like the moment that he accidentally killed the boyfriend, his first murder, was such a drastic, such a shocking experience. And the thing that I really wanted to capture in that moment was like this kind of sick joy, or like this really like rush of power. So while it's like he feels guilty, it's actually kind of like the first thing that he's like done that's like he's impressed.
Yeah.
You know, like shocking, it's exciting, this guy deserves this. Like all of that flood of emotion, it was like a real dam broke
for the character, and that was like, it just felt like after that. And it was at the very end of season 1. I just remember like finishing season 1 and being like, I really would like to start working on season 2 because I was so ready. It was like a really exciting rush. Change things.
Oswald, I think the biggest change is the confidence. Starting off as the umbrella boy and then ending as the king of Gotham. That pretty much speaks for itself.
Being able to let someone in and genuinely care, as opposed to being directed to look after someone who this young man was as a guardian, but to actually learn to love and learn to have that in his life, and for someone to become more important to him than himself and his own darkness. Then it has love.
All right, one more. Right there in the middle. There you go. Yes, blonde. Yes, sorry.
Oh, I don't need a microphone. I don't.
Oh, we're recording it, so yeah, you do.
Oh, you do. All right, well, fling one over. So season 5 is wrapped. You know your scenes are done. If you could have one more episode and you got to choose who to have to be the main storyline with you in that episode, who would you choose? Go for it, anyone who wants it.
Edward Lima. We never got one scene. The entire show. Penguin, at least I got like 1 or 2 kind of interactions, but not one.
There was one where I'm like frozen behind the mirror, but you couldn't see my face.
It does not count. I couldn't see his face. I'm still mad. I'm ready to be mad.
We always wanted a Lucius Barbara.
Yeah, Lucius Barbara is not. It's the easiest answer I'll ever give to any question.
What would that scene have been?
You should have figured it out. It's combining chaos with consistency. We could have ruled the world. Showrunners.
I really wanted to have a tear up with Victor Zaz. Something happened on one of Danny's episodes where we spun around and faced each other and we both like the cut of each other's gin. You know what I mean? I'm like,
I never really had a scene with Ben that called for closure with Selena and him. There was always, like, every single time, especially after the scene where Selena thinks that Ivy is dead, every scene after that I had with him was really confusing for me because I was like, wait, do I like you or what happened between here and now? So I don't know. I feel like Selena never got closure with that. So maybe that would be cool.
I can't say anything. I have had every scene.
Right.
Are you and Mr. Penn?
Oh yeah. Oh come on.
Come on.
Well, listen, I have to wrap it up because we've gone over, but I want to thank you guys for everything.